Hey YouTube, what's up? What's happening? Bringing you another video today. So, kind of been, mulling over what new video should I make. You guys have been really seem to be taking to the new videos. So I thought a good video would be like how to airbrush some shoes. I really haven't seen a good video about how to airbrush some shoes. I've seen a few out there, but not one really kind of showing how I do it or whatever. So I'm gonna run you guys through some steps, just some basic steps, and just some stuff you could do to help you, airbrush some shoes. So of course you're gonna need your shoes, you need your airbrush paint, your compressor, and all the regular stuff. For today you will need masking paper. It's not optional. You will need this, and you also need like Windex or a little bit of soap with water, and that's just to clean the shoe off. So once you've gathered everything you need, we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our shoes, and we're going to want to take off the laces. It's going to look a lot cleaner, a lot nicer if the laces are not all sprayed up and painted on the sides. So it's just always best to just take them off. So you just want to start off by taking off these laces. So after you got your laces off, the next thing you want to do is you're going to want to take your tape, and you're really going to want to tape off all the soles of the shoes, all this rubber or sponge, or all this stuff right here. The paint just really will not stick to this. I've tried, but the reality of the matter is that this stuff just bends a lot too much as people walk on it, and it will develop cracks and stuff over time, and in a very short period of time. So it's really just not worth painting on the soles, and I would really just recommend taping these off on every single pair of shoes that you paint. The soles will get messed up, and they will get gummy once you're done. So you really just don't want to paint any of that rubber stuff. So we're going to take our tape and tape all that off. So once you have them all taped up, you just want to make sure that tape's on there nice and firm. You want to make sure you got everything taped up. Don't leave no exposed areas like this here. Just like that. And in my case, I don't like the tongues being painted, so I like to tape off the tongues and kind of stick them in. If you have some kind of floppier shoe, you could take some rags and fill in the inside of the shoe with a rag to help stretch out the material. On this case, it's this pleather type stuff, so it holds up on its own pretty good. Also, if like say you have a canvas type shoe, like say some Chuck Taylors or some kind of cloth material, you don't have to worry about cleaning them off about this next step that we're about to do. So just disregard this next step. If you have a plastic shoe, like this pleather type stuff, if a leather shoe or anything like this, you do have to do this next step. So what we're going to do next is just take our rag here, nice clean rag, and we're going to get some Windex, and we're going to make sure to just wipe off the whole entire shoe. Wipe it off really good. And the reason you do that is because a lot of this plastic stuff and a lot of this leather is pre-treated before it gets in your hands. It has an oily coconut oil type of substance on it, and we just want to wipe off as much of that as we can to let the paint stick as best as possible. So we just take some of this and wipe it off. So that's what we're going to do next. So once you have them all wiped off, you're going to want to let them dry. Let them dry for a while. Dry them off. You could even blow them with your airbrush. Let them dry off with some air. But from here, it's really depending on the kind of shoe you have. This shoe is mainly all white, so I don't really have to spray anything. If I really wanted, I could spray these, white. They're filled in, they're not real holes. So I could spray those white, spray this white. But there's really not enough for me to, want to spray everything white. and just to have a clear base. If you're working on a black shoe, you know, obviously if you're going to spray colors, you got to spray white in an area that you're going to spray color first. It'll help the color pop out a lot better. But from here, it's basically up to whatever design you're going to lay on the shoe, right? If you want to change the color of certain areas of the shoe, you know, this is when you start masking off, you know, whatever areas you don't want to paint, you know, and, you know, you lay your colors separately depending on the design. I myself am just going to lay a simple design. I just want these, you know, just to add some color to them. I don't really want them to you know, be too crazy, and I'm just going to add a little saying to the side of them. So that's really all I'm going to do to these. So I'm just going to load up a little bit of blue, and then we'll go from there. So here I've loaded up some Maui blue. And all I'm going to do is fade up some color coming up from the bottom, you know, nothing too fancy, but just to give the shoe some color. That's really all I'm going for. So once I got the Maui blue on there, I've loaded up some yellow. I made sure I let the Maui blue and give it some time to dry. The paint will take a little bit longer to dry when you paint on a shoe, so you want to make sure you give it enough time to dry. Give yourself enough time that you're not letting it stay wet, you know, and give yourself time to work. So I've loaded up some yellow, and you know, you want to give yourself enough time to work. You know, make sure the paint's not wet while you're handling or touching the shoe. If you want, you could take the blow dryer to it between colors. But really all I'm going to do is load some yellow, and I'm just going to give it some stripes again, just to add some color to the shoe. I'm not really trying to add, you know, a certain design or anything. This is where you get creative. I'm just going through the process with you. But, you know, I want some yellow on my shoes, so I'm going to add some yellow. So as you can see, all I've done is gone, you know, with some yellow lines, just to, you know, kind of, you know, give it some color, add some flavor. Again, this is really helpful for if you can't really find shoes, if you have a certain outfit. If customers are coming to you and be like, hey man, I got this shirt, but I can't find shoes to match, be like, hey, we can make your shoes match. You know, this kind of stuff works really good for that. But all I'm going to do next is just take a little bit of black, add a little bit of lettering, and that's pretty much it, and we'll wrap it up after that. So once you got them all, you know, with your lettering on there and pretty much done, when you think you're done painting, you know, obviously your shoe probably won't look like mine, and that's totally fine. But next, what you want to do is you're gonna want to take your blow dryer and you're gonna run it all over the shoe. Really good. Again, most paint will cure with heat, but this was not the final step. But we do want to cure this paint onto the shoe, so we want to hit it with the dryer, and that's just to increase the lifespan and durability of this paint on this shoe. So you want to make sure you hit it, you know, for a good 2-3 minutes. Get all the shoe nice and hot anywhere you painted, and that'll make the paint nice and, you know, hot, and make it stick and make it be there permanently. So that's what you want. So once you have them completely dried, you know, and you've got them nice and hot, you're really going to want to take some, you know, clear coat, and you're going to want to clear them. They sell different types of clear coat. This is what I found works best on shoes. It's the Rust-Oleum brand, the crystal clear enamel. And you got to be careful. They do sell the one that says 2 times coverage and all that. I don't know what's in that one, but it just is a no-go. It'll turn your shoes into gummy paste. This works pretty good. It dries in about 30 minutes to an hour. and it will hold on to most shoes, you know, pretty damn well. You'll be able to run them through water, and you know, all that's good jazz. So this is what I would recommend. You want to give it a good 2 coats, you know, just lightly over. You don't want to drench the shoe, just lightly cover it with this stuff, and that'll be more than enough. That's all you got to do. Alright, so once you've cleared it, you know, just a few light coats. I mean, this clear coat dries up, you know, 30 minutes to an hour, so we've given it a little bit of time to dry. And all you want to do is take off, you know, your tape. And if you've done a good job taping, all this rubber sole will be nice and white and bright. It'll give the shoes a whole different look. And again, like I said, if you can't find shoes to match with what you wanted them to wear with or whatever, you know, this is a good thing to offer your customers. You could always make them yourself. And again, these are just some gag shoes I made for myself. You know, again, just to show you guys here in a quick video. But that's pretty much it. After they're dry, they're good to go. You know, you could, you know, they're good to touch. You could actually clean them and scrub them, and they'll be just fine as long as you don't take a blade to them or something like that. You know, try to scrape the paint off. They should be pretty damn good. Of course, you want to put your laces back on, and you know, they're good to go. As always, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. It helps me out either way. If you like these videos and want to see more like this, please subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.